If you are a soup girl but you hate prepping all of your ingredients, I'm gonna show you how I meal prep. These soup packs are freezer ready and easy to use, so you can have soup every day. First, we are going to prep all of our vegetables. I have some napa cabbage, 3 pieces of green onion, 8 mushrooms, and 2 carrots. This will yield 4 to 5 servings depending on your portion size. The great thing about chopping all of your vegetables ahead of time and having them prepped is that you can use them whenever you need to, and you only need to wash your cutting board once. For the napa cabbage, I am cutting it into chunks, and I love the salad spinner. It's important to make sure that your cabbage is thoroughly washed and very dry. If there's excess moisture in it, then your bags won't freeze properly. I usually do 2 or 3 passes in the strainer. I love this recipe because you can also use this soup stock for udon or many other dishes. After I have thoroughly washed my vegetables and drained them, I am going to first put the cabbage into these reusable bags. These reusable bags are so good. They're freezer friendly and they hold quite a bit. I find that one medium-sized bag is usually good enough for 1 to 2 servings. For the green onion, I'm just going to slice them. You can either julienne them or cut them into large chunks. And so I'm gonna cut up my onions and then set them aside. For the carrots, I am going to peel them first just to get rid of the skin. And then I am going to use this tool. You can get this tool usually from Daiso or other shops, or I'll link it below. It's kind of like a vegetable cutter and it makes your carrots into a really pretty shape. This one is a cherry blossom flower shape. And for the excess, I wouldn't waste them. I just usually chop them up and use them in fried rice or stir fry later in the week. You don't have to actually rinse your mushrooms. It'll absorb too much of the moisture, so I recommend wiping them all down with a damp paper towel. And I like to score the top of the mushrooms to give it a really pretty effect. This part is totally optional, but I just love how it looks. And now all of our vegetables are thoroughly prepped. I'm going to put them all into the bag. Since the cabbage is already in the bag, I'm going to fill each bag up with a handful of carrots and a handful of green onions and mushrooms. These bags are so convenient to have in your freezer because anytime you want to make nabayaki or udon or sukiyaki, you have some vegetables to add to your diet. And depending on your soup base, you can have an assortment of various different types of soups or stews. I am going to give you one recipe for how I usually like to have it, but I might include some more later down the line. This is what the soup bags look like once they are prepped, and now they are freezer ready. Love that they are clear so you can clearly identify what's inside. For this recipe, I am using a nabe pot, but if you don't have one, that's totally fine to just do it in a regular pot. I am first going to add some dashi stock. This is going to be the base of our soup. And then I am also going to add salt, mirin, and soy sauce for the other ingredients as our soup base, and a little bit of white pepper. I like using chicken thigh because it's hard to overcook and it's a little bit softer. I'm gonna layer all my ingredients on top and add a little bit of water, just enough to cover most of the ingredients. If you are using the frozen soup packs, it'll come out as a brick, but don't worry, once you cook it, it kind of looks the same. Place the nabe on medium-high heat, monitoring it for about 10 minutes. While the nabe is cooking, I'm going to prep the other ingredients and side dishes. And this is what it looks like when it's done cooking. You can also add tofu to it. Fish cakes works really well too. Thank you for watching and have a good day.